Hello everyone, and welcome to Spilling the Medieval Tea podcast. I'm your host, Nia Robles, and today we have three very special guests joining us today from, drumroll please, the Canterbury Tales. Now, throughout these stories, the knight, the partner, and the wife of Bath each reveal how one's identity can be shaped by individual values, public performances, and social expectations, revealing that you are never fixed with your selfhood, but are constantly changing for better or for worse. Today, we get to hear from the characters themselves on the stories and the life experience. Without further ado, let's introduce our first guest of the evening, the knight. The knight here, a well-rounded warrior who has fought in many battles, is widely admired by those of his people, not only by his courage and strength, but also his honor and courtesy. His identity is revolved around reputation, duty, and lifelong service to a moral code. Good Sir Knight, people speak of you as a man of chivalry, truth, and honor, freedom, and courtesy. How do you personally view yourself?
Madame, I have spent days in peril and toil, not for the sake of glory, but for worship and duty. From my youth, I was taught a man has nothing without honor. With each vow kept and battle fought, my soul hath been shaped. I know by what I have served, not by what I desire.
By what you have described, it seems as if your identity has not been chosen freely, but has been built over time. Kind of like your armor worn each day. From day one, you have spent the rest of your life living up to a moral code every man should uphold by being a very perfect, gentle knight. From there on, you have made it your priority to serve others before yourself. Do you ever feel trapped by this noble image that others expect you to maintain?
A man may grow weary, yet he may not abandon honor. If I bear a name of virtue, it's because I have earned it through restraint.
Wow. I can see that you yourself are shaped by responsibility more than desire, sacrificing your needs for the needs of others. That leads me to ask about the man underneath all that armor. Who are you when the sword is laid aside?
With the sword at rest, my conscience speaks. In peace, I find myself whole, knowing I have lived rightly.
Beautifully said. With the chaos of war and fighting all around, you still manage to keep that peace within yourself, that no matter what, you have done the right thing for your kingdom, which fulfills your moral code. Well, looks like that's our timer telling us it's time for our next guest. Thank you for your time, Sir Knight.
Pleasure is all mine.
Our next guest of the evening is a partner. He is a church official who sells holy relics, but between you and me, these relics seem more like a holy hoax. The partner himself has openly admitted his corruption of these indulgences, revealing how his identity is built on deception and self-awareness. Partner, you confess your dishonesty without shame. Why continue to present yourself as holy to those you market to?
Because men trust the rope I wear more than the soul beneath it. I wear the cape of holiness as a mask, when full well the profit it brings to my pockets.
There is something unsettling about your response to that question, being so calm, as if your performance to selling these fake relics matters more than the truth. That makes me question how you manage to live with that mentality. Does this double life ever trouble your sense of self?
Nay, I know myself too well for that. My sin feeds me, and knowledge of my sin gives me power. I preach nothing but for the covetise.
Your certainty is very striking. Instead of feeling guilty towards your customers, you speak with self-awareness of your actions, and may I add, speak very proudly of yourself. Do you ever regret or have remorse for deceiving others and taking their money with your false relics?
Remorse? Ha! By Saint Peter, I feel none. Men give their coin freely, eager to believe. I take what is offered. My relics may be but clouts and bones, yet my word is true enough for others to deceive themselves. Their faith be weak, and their purse be lightened. That fault is theirs, not mine.
If I'm being honest, your answer is hard to sit with. Hearing you place the blame on those you fool show that you are able to separate your profit from your consciences, as your identity is based off the pockets of others instead of honesty. Looks like that's our timer for our next and final guest. Thank you for your time, Sir Partner. Last but not least, our final guest is the wife of Bath, aka Allison. She is a bold and outspoken woman who defines herself through her various marriages, experience, and her confidence. She rejects traditional rule about women letting herself go through life the way she desires. Wife of Bath, you speak so confidently of your life. How would you describe yourself?
With God, I am shaped by living. 5 husbands have I had, and each taught me something of love, loss, and mastering. Men quote books, but I speak from the marrow of my bones. Myself was earned, not given.
Well, I feel a sense of pride from what you have said to us, as if you want everyone to know by going through life your own way, you have gained knowledge and your identity with the things you have experienced. Rather than relying on someone else to shape you completely, you take the good and bad from your marriages and make it your own. Some might criticize the independence you have for yourself. Does their judgment affect you in any way?
Let them judge. I will not be silent for their comfort. A woman must speak her truth or be ruled by another's. Experience through known authority, where in this world is right enough for me.
I absolutely love how you do not shrink yourself down for others. I think that is very powerful, especially in a world that is run by authority and obedience. It makes me wonder what you truly desire the most. What is one thing that you seek above everything else?
I will have sovereignty over my body, my voice, and my fate. That is the self I choose.
Amazing. You are independent, all about yourself, and living the life to the fullest in your definition. While others may not agree with your way of life, you don't let it get to you. Well, looks like that's all the time we have. Thank you, Allison, for joining us today.
Always a pleasure, madame.
As we went through the knight's personal values, we can understand that his identity has been shaped over time by what he was taught since a child to the moral code he continued to uphold. The partner's public performance from his false relics reveal that he built himself on deception and self-awareness, acknowledging his dishonesty yet using his recognition of sin to gain profit from those who had no clue. Lastly, the wife of Bath challenges to social expectations help preach how she lived her life through her own experience, feeling prideful within herself, not caring what others think about how she's going through life. We can take away that these pilgrims' identity is something that is not complacent, although they are constantly growing, being shaped by choices made, experiences endured, and roles that are to be accepted or rejected. Whether our growth leads to honor, manipulation, or empowerment, it all depends on the values we carry out throughout our lives and the people we choose to be each day that eventually shape our identity. That's a wrap for today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed listening to these characters talk about their lives and how they carry themselves daily. I'm your host, Nia Robles, and I hope you look out for next week's episode where we talk about Wee Wolf and get an insight of the qualities that make a true hero.